So it's springtime, and that means it's time for some exciting spring projects. Now, as woodworkers, we've got craft shows coming up. We've got people that are starting to do their gardens. And so this is going to be an amazing project that I'm going to show you that is super simple to build and doesn't cost very much. And you can do it within a matter of a couple of hours. For today's build, we're going to be building a nice outdoor garden box. Now, there's cedar planter boxes and all kinds of stuff all over the place. You'll find tons of them. So I wanted to build one that is a little bit unique, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So for this project, the material that I'm using is a bunch of pine that I had. It's cut down to be 1 inch thick. This is a cutoff piece. You don't have to be 1 inch thick. You can do 3/4 inch thick stuff. And if you already have dimensional boards, even easier. For this project, I've used a miter saw and a table saw just to rip everything down, and a couple of other tools that we're going to use, and that's going to be about it. One of them is a pocket hole kit. Not something that you have to use, but this is one of the ways that we're going to reinforce how the bottom of this planter box is held in. So, of course, a drill goes along with that and a clamp to hold it down. Outside of that, a tape measure, a few other small things, and you've got everything you need to build this project. So I've gone ahead and cut all of these pieces on the table saw and the miter saw already. So that way I can show you more of the build and less of the cuts. But I'm still going to show you the cuts and what all of these measurements are, so that way you can write them down. So the first thing that we need to start with is our bottom piece. So our bottom piece is 24 inches long, 6 inches high. The entire box is going to be 6 inches high. We've got our end pieces, and these are 6 inch by 6 inch, and they are going to cap the ends just like this. Then we have a front and a back piece. And so this front and the back piece are going to be 26 inches long by 6 inches high. So this is going to go here like this. And then we're going to take this other piece, which is also 26 inches long, and we're going to put it on this side. So here we're doing some very basic butt joints. And how we're going to secure these is we're going to glue them, and we're going to brad nail these together. So that's how we're going to do our box. Now, to give it a little bit more stability, and this is optional, on the bottom piece, I have put some pocket holes. 2 for each of the ends, 2 for each of the sides. This is just going to help to pull the pieces together. All right, now for our legs, we're going to do something really cool and unique to really make this box stand out. We're going to cut, first of all, 2 pieces like this. This piece is 15 inches long end to long end, and I've cut a 22.5 degree angle on one side and a 22.5 degree angle on the other side. And so we're going to have 2 of these pieces. We're going to cut 4 pieces like this. So this is 9 inches long to long with a 22.5 degree angle on one side and a 45 degree angle on the other side. These combined are going to form our legs. So we're going to take this piece, which is going to run along the bottom just like this. And this line is here because it's going to be 1 inch up from the bottom, and then we're going to center this piece. So we're going to have this here, and then we're going to match up our 22.5 degree angles just like this. And then we're going to glue these things together and let them dry. Then after they dry, we're going to sand them a little bit, and then we're going to put a coat of black paint on them. The box itself is not going to be painted black. So we're going to have black legs and a natural finish box. We're going to be connecting this like this, and we're just going to be gluing this joint because this is going to be secured on here. It should be more than strong enough. If you want to make it stronger, you can take some dowel pins and you could put a dowel through these joints as well. But because it's secured to this, I really don't think we need it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some glue on the ends of our sides. We're going to get this box stood up and put together, and then we'll put our bottom in afterwards. This bottom piece is going to go in next. Now, remember I said that I did all of these pocket holes on here. Well, the reason for that is because I'm not gluing this in place. Over time, if this is going to be filled with soil, it is very possible that the bottom of this can rot a little bit. So by screwing this into place, it allows the bottom to be removed and replaced if needed. And remember, sometimes it's okay to screw it up. Get it? And so now I'm going to take this cute little 5-ounce hammer that I have, and I'm going to take my punch, and I just want to make sure these nails are below the surface. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we need to put some holes in the bottom of this. I'm going to drill 8 to 10 of these holes side by side. I'm going to use a countersink bit. The reason is because the edge of it is on an angle like this, so it'll encourage almost like a funnel for water to collect there. And then we're going to look at putting some plastic over top to try and help keep the water off the balance of the base. Should work pretty good. You can also put some of that black felt lining in here if you want, but my intention for this is to have the soil come up higher than what this plastic is sitting at. So yes, some of the wood sides are going to get a little bit of soil on it, but the bulk of the moisture is going to go down to the bottom. So we're pretty much done on our box here. Now let's go check on our legs. All right, so now that our legs are all dry, we're going to give these a light sand. And then right after we do that, we're going to take them over and get them painted black. And then we're going to do the final part of the assembly of this garden box. We've got our legs painted black and mostly dry, as you can see. Now, you see the shiny parts? That's because it's a somewhat semi-gloss paint, but that's fine. We're going to clear coat this. The back, I've left a bunch of it bare because we are going to be gluing this on and brad nailing it to the side. So we're going to want to have it nice and strong. So we're going to have glue all along here, and then we're going to have a little bit going down here and a little bit going down here. So this whole thing's going to get glued. If you have little specks like this because of the paint of dust, don't worry about it because they're going to be up against the side of the box. So let's go ahead and let's get this thing assembled and over for clear coat. I think this project is pretty much finished. You wanted to sell something like this, probably, I'm going to say $5, $10 worth of material, maybe. And you could probably sell something like this, I'm going to say for about 75 to 90 bucks, roughly. And you could put chamfers on it. You could do all kinds of fancy stuff. You can use it for herbs or spices or plants or flowers or whatever you want. This one is actually going on my front deck. All right. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you like this project. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that way you get notified about new videos coming along. And if you're interested, join the membership. Small membership costs, and it helps support the channel a lot. Until next time, happy cutting.